Hello and welcome to another lesson of My Math World. I am your teacher, Stephen Jackson. Today's lesson we're going to focus on yet another enemy to your goals and dreams. As you recall in the previous lesson, it was the decimal point. We're going to look at the other side of the decimal point and look at fractions. On the display here, we have a special type of fraction called a complex fraction. Look at it real good. It's a fraction over a fraction. Pretty ugly, hey? But what we're going to do, we're going to take it one problem at a time. This is where highlighters or different color markers come into play, because I like to take each part of the complex fraction and work it first. Now we have the fraction 2/5 x. We have a fraction, something between 0 and 1, and then we have a number. It could be any number, and even though it's an x, don't let that throw you. That number, I like to let my students use the bar and 1 to make it look like the fraction. So really what we're talking here, folks, is 2 over 5 times x over 1. It's like when I drive my yard truck at work and I'm hooking up a 53-foot semi. That x has to be right behind the 2, just like that trailer has to be behind me, and I need to be aware of that. So 2 times x is 2x, 5 times 1 is 5, and so that's what it looks like for the first part of the problem. Now, since we just have a fraction over a fraction, which is going to be a quotient, there's not a whole lot we can do to the parts. The second part is 7/10, and 7/10 is 7/10. That means we have a box of ice cream bars, and we're going to give away 7 ice cream bars out of the 10. That's the fraction 7 over 10. And in the middle, we have the middle bar, which shows that it's the quotient, the divide sign. Now, we go ahead from this step. We write 2x over 5, and anytime we divide a fraction, we're going to use the inverse of that relationship. We're going to multiply. Now we can't just say change the sign and be done with it. We have to make sure the relationship is there. So when we divide by a fraction, we multiply by, remember it starts with an R, reciprocal. We take the 7 over 10 and we do a flip-flop, like a somersault. That's your slice. So there's 10 over 7. Now for those of you students who came prepared with a calculator, you can take 2x times 10 and get 20x. You can take 5 times 7 and get 35. And then at the end you still have to reduce it. Or you can say, can I take and come up with a smaller slice? I'm going to take a slice of 5 out, because a 5 and a 10 are multiples of each other. A slice of 5 out of 5 leaves 1. And then when I take a slice of 5 out of 10, that leaves 2 servings. Now, 2 times 2 is 4. And then remember, I have that semi-trailer behind me. I need to make sure that x comes right along behind the 4. So that's 4x. 1 times 7 is 7. Ladies and gentlemen, we took a complex, ugly fraction and we broke it down into slices that hopefully you understand. And there's our answer. Now, there we go for another lesson. What I want everybody to do is go to Facebook and like me. I want you to send me all of your ugly problems which are causing you stress. Follow me on Twitter. catch me on YouTube. And I want you to remember that your goals and your dreams means my job. Let's get your ugly problems up on the air.